Shiny object syndrome. I honestly could say with confidence this is the #1 killer of young, aspiring entrepreneurs or people that just want to make some money on the side. Shiny object syndrome is when you have an idea, like YouTube, you start said idea, you start making videos, you start improving, etc. And then you see a recommended video on your TikTok and it says drop shipping made this 16-year-old $100,000 in 1 month, and all of a sudden you go down a rabbit hole, you start a drop shipping store, and you forget about YouTube. And this cycle repeats every 2 to 4 weeks for years until you figure out that you need to stick to one thing. But that doesn't happen for a lot of people, and then they just give up and start working a job, whatever it might be. I guarantee you, if you just picked one thing and stuck to it, you'd make more progress in that thing than if you picked the best possible business. Now, of course, the reason shiny object syndrome is so powerful is because you have a certain business model that's hard, because every business model is hard, and then you see something that looks easier and looks like it has a higher return, when in reality it's just a guru trying to sell you a course, or somebody just selling you the dream so that they can sell you a product, right? So what my best advice for shiny object syndrome is to pick something and commit to it for at least 3 months. You're not going to see progress before 3 months. 3 months is the 90-day mark. Let's say you're posting daily YouTube videos, that's almost 100 videos. At 100 videos, if you make each one slightly better, better title, better hook, better thumbnail, better any pacing, music, etc. If you make every single post better, then by your 100th video, you could say, okay, this is working or this isn't working, and reassess from there. If you're doing landscaping, if you give it 100 days, you work for an entire summer, and you knock doors every day, you get slightly better at talking to people, slightly better conversions, you do better work, you take better pictures, you get reviews. Within 3 months, you'll probably be making a few grand a month off of landscaping. And this applies to every single business model. Of course, some are harder than others. Like if you're starting a SMMA business, it might take months to see your first sale. And if you're doing landscaping, you might get your first sale on the first day. And of course, that's where different business models have different levels of scalability. That's just how the world works. So this video shouldn't be too long, honestly. I want to keep it kind of short, but I want you to take away the fact that shiny object syndrome is your brain lying to you. It's your brain trying to seek the easiest path, because if you think about our evolution, the easiest path was always the path you should have taken. If there was a fruit 100 feet up on a tree versus a fruit that was laying on the ground, you'd probably eat the fruit that was laying on the ground, right? Even if it didn't look quite as delicious, you'd still eat it because it was so much easier. You weren't expending calories to get that other fruit. And same principle applies to this day with businesses. So for me, obviously, I've been a victim of shiny object syndrome. I've switched business models, tried a bunch of different things. I always see something, I'm like, oh, I gotta try that. I gotta start a new Instagram account, start posting 10 times a day. I gotta start drop shipping. I gotta blah, blah, blah. The truth is, you need to stick to one thing. I've made a commitment to YouTube and my couple channels that I'm doing, and I'm gonna stick to it until next year. I'm just gonna keep making videos. This channel, I do actually wanna start making higher quality videos here, and that might entail making less videos or just slightly improving each one. Like this video is gonna have a actual thumbnail, and I believe I'm gonna start putting more effort into the titles and whatnot, and that's where shiny object syndrome gets you. Before you can make any progress, you switch. Right? So with shiny object syndrome, you might post 10 videos, they all get 5 views, and then you move on and you never made any progress. But if you had kept going, you might have started to get 500 views per video, and you can work with that. You can definitely get better from there. So yeah, if you're considering a business model, I'd say do a little bit of research, but choose within the next few days and stick to it. And please don't choose something that's completely unrealistic as a starter. If you're trying to start a physical restaurant business as a 16-year-old, who am I to stop you, right? If you want to go do that, try. But try to start something that's easy. Try to do landscaping, or start a YouTube channel on the side, or do something that's not going to require capital or a massive time investment. The point of business is you need to learn the game before you can make money. If you were the type of person who could be a millionaire, you'd already be a millionaire because you'd have the knowledge to become one, right? So anyways, that's all rambling. Thank you for watching today's video. Don't fall victim to shiny object syndrome, and peace out. Oh, one last thing. Isn't this tree beautiful? I love it. It's like a cherry blossom in where I live, which is kind of crazy. It's like worth $10,000 or something. Anyways, peace.